Tip, Black Power, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors, giving honor to my sister, Chief of Staff Brother Harris Abdul, my family, and comrades that are in the ancestral realm as we speak. To all my brothers and sisters out there, my biological family, my queen, daughter, grandchildren, and you all out there, you know, especially those who are fighting in the liberation and salvation for the black nation. The last video I did, I was cut short, you know, on that video. However, I decided to go ahead and, you know, do another video to talk about, you know, a couple of things, but the major topic is going to be how we can, you know, uplift ourselves from the conditions that we're currently in. So, one of the things that has disturbed me, yeah, what I want to talk about is the situation over in Greece where this brother was beaten over in Greece. He went over there with some crackers, I guess, to open up a business and do some business ventures, and he was jumped and beaten to death while these crackers sat there and watched the shit. You know, and this is what I'm telling you motherfuckers about this goddamn cracker, man. You know, what's the excuse for that? What are you niggas gonna say? You buck dancers. What are you buck dancers gonna say concerning that situation? You know, because that's a fucking tragedy. But see, this is another thing. Why didn't the brother get some people that look like him to come up and do the venture, the business venture, and go over in Greece with his brothers? That shit probably would have never happened. But by him being isolated, he was beaten to death. You know, as far as I know, when it comes to money and power with this motherfucking cracker, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a fucking setup. I would not be surprised if this shit was set up. Because this is how the cracker is when it comes to money, power, and all that bullshit. You know, this is how this motherfucker thinks. You know, but we too naive. We thinking because we doing something with the motherfucking devil that it's a step up from doing business with people that look like you. And that is an exact reflection of yourself, and it shows exactly how you feel about yourself. And that's why I say it's a lot of things we gotta clean up in the black community. A whole bunch of shit. You know, we walking around, you know, taking, you know, because we on survival mode, whether you want to accept it or not. Because that's what a job is when you working for this cracker. All he giving you is survival funding. It's survival funding. But most of you take the survival funding and get rims. You know, get an Escalade and get some motherfucking outfits. Because you want to wear your wealth. You want to drive your wealth. For what? All you doing is giving the devil, giving this cracker the money that he gives you, you giving it right back to him. You get paid on Friday, Saturday you broke, and you gave the money right back to the crackers who gave you the money. And that's the whole trick. That's why they don't have a problem giving you a couple of raises. Because they're getting the money right back. Once we get out of the mindset that the only way we can we can get ahead economically is that we gotta do something, you know, and link up with some crackers or somebody that don't look like us. It's not gonna work for us. You know, we're gonna always be in this position all the time. So, I mean, you can cut it up any way you want to cut it up and make any type of justification for not linking up with your brother, you know, and not pulling him up and getting businesses together to make it work. Yeah, you know, sorry for the interruption. But what I was trying to get across is that, you know, the brother had no business linking up with them fucking crackers, going over to Greece, whether it's business ventures or not. You know, you can't trust these motherfuckers. You know, and apparently, you know, he's rejected his own people to get to that level to trust these motherfuckers. And, you know, it's hard for me. You know, only thing I can do is empathize, you know, with people like that. Because I don't know, you know, I don't know where his mind was at. But I can just base it on his actions that he has full trust in these motherfucking crackers. You know. And, you know, and that goes back to the Roland Martin show with Umar Johnson and these, you know, and these coons, these buck dancers that were on the panel yesterday. The dark-skinned brother looked like a young Uncle Ruckus, and that's how he was talking. A young Uncle Ruckus. And now that I mentioned that, I just, you know, I just want to show you the type of mentality that these Uncle Ruckus motherfuckers got. You know.
Hey, jigger-boo, nigger-boo, colored coonie,
black porch monkey, brown baboony,
melon muncher, chicken bone sucker,
blue, black, silverback, big spear chucker. Any way you figure, the president's a nigger to me. All right, that's good. Hey, let me take this one.
Sing it, Ruckus.
Charcoal, brown bread, jungle bunny,
Ghetto guru, government honey,
chocolate cricket, spooky niglet,
cocoa negro,
magpie, black crow. Any way you figure, the president's a nigger to me. Lord, I can.
You know, and you know, that type of mentality. Now, don't get me wrong, and you might think it's a, you know, I know you might be laughing or tripping off of this shit, but it's my, you know, the average Tom out here has that mindset, that same exact motherfucking mindset, that Uncle Ruckus, you know, stepping fetched ass bullshit where I'ma be the super nigga for the motherfucking white man. You know, I'm going to be that nigga that the white man trusts. Because I'm going to show you. I'm going to come to your house for dinner. You know, I'm going to play with your dog. You know, I'm going to play with the little babies and drink behind y'all and all this old shit. Wash the motherfucking dishes to show my loyalty to you. To show my loyalty to you. But you're not going to come over my house. You're not going to do that. You know, you may, you know, meet my wife, and then you'll have your children dress up and, you know, be on their best behavior and all this bullshit because Mr. Such and Such is coming over. You know, baby, is the house clean? You know, is the apple pie ready out the oven and all this bullshit? You know, now you done changed your whole motherfucking menu and they eating bloody goddamn meat and all that bullshit. You know, to try to, you know, impress this motherfucking devil, you know, that you a rider for him. You know, and that shit has to end. The shit has to end. You know, I don't know what it's going to take for for us to get over this hump, you know, of oppression, of being in mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical bondage. Being disenfranchised. Unemployment, you know, our unemployment is at an astronomical rate. You know, where this gentrification has just dominated and bombarded all the inner cities across the country. And a lot of our people, a lot of our brothers and sisters have been left behind because they cannot catch up mentally to adjust to the fast pace of this development and this new way of thinking. A lot of our brothers and sisters have been left behind, and they have resorted to drugs and alcohol, taking pills, you know, shooting dope, smoking crack all day because of the fact that they've been disenfranchised. They've been left behind. The places they used to live at, the houses their parents bought, all that stuff has been sold. Most of the construction is all over, all the inner cities. And then all these projects are being gated, and they're being surrounded on the perimeter by police, which, well, you know, slave patrol. That's who the police were originally. That's how they originally started, as slave patrol and property patrol. You know, shout out to Professor Bobby Beverly down in Petersburg, who will be visiting Washington, D.C., you know, very soon to, you know, drop some knowledge. We're trying to get a lecture with the brother. Very, very intelligent, strong brother. You know, and, you know, Brother Ivan, Brother Haru, who's meeting and debating the D.C. police chief as we speak. You know, I wish that brother the best. The brother's the young brother, very, very knowledgeable, very sharp, very conscious, and multi-talented. You know, and that's what I like about, that's what I love about the brother. You know, and you know, the way things are set up now is that we will not be able to advance on any economic level. And those, if you notice, those brothers and sisters in the entertainment and the athletic industry, who once were mega million billionaires and all this shit, now, you know, the air's been sucked out of them financially. A lot of them are broke, you know, ready to come back to the hood, which most of them are not welcome. You know, that has always been my theory, because I've seen, and I'm not gonna mention names, and I've lived around certain entertainers that you know that's known all over the planet. You know, a couple of them have made several movies and have had their own television shows and whatnot that I literally used to help out. You know, and among other things, you know, but a lot of these people are not as wealthy as you may think, you know, and that's because, you know, their time is up. You only get 1 or 2 years, you know, of stardom, and that's just how they do. If you notice, every entertainer, let's just look at the rap industry. All the rappers, they're supposed to be the premier rappers. you notice that they have one good year where they have their own documentary and everybody's dick riding them and all that shit. You know, that one good year. Sometimes it's two, and then that's it. You know, they start making cameo appearances in movies. They start doing commercials. You know, being on Lifetime. You know, just to eat. And you know, you see them doing all types of things. But you know, let me get back on the subject of us. You know, us as a people. You know, the black woman started treating the black man more of a king. You know, don't put anything, with the exception of children and parents, above that king, that God that you have. And if you are a good woman, you are a good queen, a real queen, then you know you have a king. So there's no use of you know, trying to, you know, play mind games, you know, with your king, with your God. You know, because, see, and I know there's a lot of people, a lot of you sisters, you know, don't believe a lot of things to the inevitable. The worst inevitable happens. You know, when you take a brother for granted and you put deities and, you know, all these other gods before that God, you know, for example, you know, Muhammad and Jesus. You don't know them. And most of you know through watching my videos that it's proof that they never existed. So why would you put something non-existent over something that's in your face that exists, that protects you, that loves you, that will kill for you? You know, and you put him second above, under a motherfucking deity that you never seen, that you don't know, that somebody else told you about. Somebody else, you know, your parents or whatever, and it's not their fault. They've been given that same bullshit that's been fed to them too. So, you know, and that's the thing, because I don't put nothing, you know, above my black woman, because I know who the black woman is. The black woman is God. I'm not confused. I'm not fucked up. I understand clearly who she is. You know, but you sisters, you queens gotta step in your queenhood. You know, because it ain't just about taking your clothes off and opening your legs to show your love, or to go in your or a wallet or your purse or whatever to show your love. You know, some of those things that, you know, these are things that we're supposed to do for each other. You know, we say we love one another. You tell your queen you love her, she tells you she loves you. But then y'all counting on who does the most and all this petty shit, all this mental petty shit. And let me just make it clear, I'm not currently going through anything like that, but I have, based on experiences. Prior relationships, based on experiences. Because like I said, I ain't coming off my top. I'm telling you what I know from experience and what I see others go through. You know, because no relationship is perfect. So stop striving for perfection. Because don't look for the perfect where the perfect doesn't exist. You know. So, but like I said, you know, it has to be a mutual love. You know, because some of you sisters like to dominate and act like men. You know, and that, you know, and it turns a lot of men off. It turns a lot of the brothers off. You know, and a lot of these men wanna act like women. You know, a lot of you brothers are over emotional. You gotta understand it. You know, whine and cry a lot. You know, and I see that so much. You get so much over emotional as far as the your love is concerned. You know that you don't have anything in your emotional bank in case something happens. Because anybody can leave. Anybody can leave. You know, so you have to have an emotional bank to be able to have some stability if something that devastating happens in your life. You know, so you know, you brothers, some of y'all are over emotional, whine and cry a lot. You know, last night I was you know, going through some serious physical pain. Serious. I mean serious. You know. But, you know, sometimes you just have to, you know, and I dealt with it for 4 hours. You know, laying right beside my queen, and I didn't say anything, you know. You know, sometimes you just, I just let her get some rest. Go ahead, you know, I'm a rumble with this thing, you know. And you know, I came out of it. You know, I worked through that process. You know, and you know, but I do what I can to maintain my health in terms of eating right, you know, in terms of doing the best that I can do. You know, I could do a little more better, you know, I'm not gonna lie, but I have improved with the nice snacks and all that type of stuff. But you know, I still, you know, drink a soda and you know, and chips and stuff like that periodically. Now, it used to be all day long and all night long, but you know, improvement is improvement, you know. So, you know, and I enjoy the fact that, you know, the people around me are making efforts. My queen is doing what she can do the best that she can do, you know. Because sometimes you have to hurt to heal. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just rapping to y'all, you know, without having this old, you know, this stand-up dialogue. Well, you know, actually, sometimes you just gotta unwind. Y'all sit back, you know, if you got you gotta pass gas, you know, let that shit out. You know, take your socks off, kick back, you know. Be okay with yourself, you know. Impress yourself. You don't have to do nothing but be yourself. You know, that's all it takes. You know, and once you understand that, things will be much better for you. You know, your walk will be much better. I'm talking about your spiritual, mental, and emotional walk will strengthen. Will strengthen. You know, so, you know, but, you know, as far as relationships are concerned, some of y'all are in relationships, and you have to get out of there. You have to get out of that, because it can bring on a lot of extra mental illness, you know, compiled on what the mental illness that we already have as blacks, as Africans, as being descendants of slaves, you know, with having post-traumatic slave syndrome, you know, and our DNAs, you know, being still altered. You know, nobody's completely liberated and totally conscious where they're not still in bondage. Don't go for that. I don't give a fuck who it is. You know, just some people are putting more work into liberation than others. And if that's the case, if you're the others, you know, don't hate on the motherfuckers that's putting the work in. Because, you know, it's hard doing that. It's hard doing the right thing. It's hard freeing our people. You know. Because it's easy to go out here and do fucked up shit and do wrong. Very easy. You know, very hard to do the right thing and struggle. You know, and you know, it's been days I have shed tears, you know, in terms of, you know, how people are not together. You know, asking the Creator for guidance, asking the Creator for assistance, strength, so I can go out here and say the right things and feed and clothe our brothers and sisters. You know, provide them with information, books, DVDs, newspapers. You know, it's a lot of work. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy. You know, when you're not selfish. You know, because I want to see our people rise. All of us. All of us. As you know, because we are some strong. We're the strongest motherfuckers on the planet. We're the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. You know, these black queens out here, you sisters, y'all are gorgeous. I don't give a fuck who you are. You know, you black queens are gorgeous. And some of you that are conscious, and you know, it just allows your outer beauty to exalt itself. You know, you queens, you know, have the strong, you know, walk that you have, you know. And then the white bitch, you know, the white bitch try to be like y'all so motherfucking bad, man. But the fucked up part is, some of y'all want to be like them. Blonde hair and all this shit. You know, looking like a fucking number 2 pencil. That's not for you. It's not for you, black woman. You know, just like the black man. You know, with y'all love our swag, you know. You know, for those who are conscious and have swag. You know, I have swag, and I'm not bragging or being, you know, vain or none of that shit, you know. I'm calling it like it is. You know, I don't put no other man above me. I'm on the level of everybody else. You know, I got swag. I know I'm a motherfucking G. I know I'm a G. Not because I said so, because y'all know it. You know, a lot of y'all watch this. A lot of y'all like to look at a motherfucking real G. You know, you don't want to look at no buttery ass motherfucker. You know, his asshole ripped open and all that old shit, talking all motherfucking buttery and sweet and all this shit. You know, and talking about muscles and all that old shit, man. You know. That's the shit I'm talking about. You know, in terms of swag. You know, use yours. You got it, use it. You know, the bottom line is, brothers and sisters, we need to get out here and help each other. Our babies are dying. They're murdering each other every day. We got to get out here and stop this shit. We got to try to stop this. Stop these motherfucking crackers from putting these guns in these babies' hands. Even if we have to kill these motherfucking crackers. You know, and like I said, I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not talking in codes or nothing. You know, because if that's what it takes for these babies to live, you know, and not be murdered every night on these streets of America, in the inner cities, then so fucking be it. So fucking be it. You know, see a lot of you, and for those who want to critique me, you know, you won't be doing it. You won't be critiquing me if you lose somebody, you lose one of your babies. I bet you won't be critiquing me then. So you know, you be calling me for some goddamn help. And we have to save these babies, man. Save these brothers, these boys and girls. They're not even, a lot of them are not even adults. If they're not killing each other, the crackers abducting these queens. You know, taking them to places, making them sex slaves. You know, or either you know, killing them, raping them, killing them. You know, a rape, you know, being fucked by 30 and 40 motherfucking crackers. You know, they only 13, 14, and 15. You know, can you imagine being tormented like that and then take a bullet to the head and then be cut open by one of these motherfucking doctors that work in these hospitals at daytime, but at nighttime he's a motherfucking human butcher. You know, and cut these sisters open. You know, and take their organs out, stuff them with paper and sew them back up. That doesn't fuck with you. That don't make you mad. And the reason it doesn't, because it hasn't happened to you yet. I bet you when a situation like that, now I hope it doesn't. But if you have to encounter a situation like that, then you'll understand how these thousands and thousands and thousands of these sisters are hurt. These mothers. These mothers are a lot of, in Chicago, 101 murdered. Can you imagine 100? All these mothers are in pain. They are overwhelmed with grief. You know, hurt. You know, like I said, Walmart had to rent Chicago, the city of Chicago, one of their walk-in freezers or portable freezers to store some of the bodies in Chicago. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me make this clear. They're not stored at the Walmart store. So don't go running your mouth and, you know, saying some shit and twisting shit up. Walmart has rented them some portable freezers that's probably adjacent to the medical examiner's office that they're using to store our brothers and sisters. So, you know, because a lot of y'all will get it twisted and you go on Walmart and walk towards the produce section and, you know, go in the back. Where's the freezer? I'm seeing where these people, no. Don't even do no dumb shit like that. You know. Because they're going to act like they don't know what the fuck you talking about anyway. You know. But, it's my cue. You know. In closing, I just want to say, you know,